Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Chantel. This is my basic journey. I live and travel in a minivan with my dog Joey, and we're currently in Michigan. It's hard to believe that it is October already. It is getting cold fast, and it's just hard for me to fathom that it was only 2 months ago that we were leaving and coming into the state of Michigan, and we started at the bottom western corner and went up Lake Michigan a little bit and then cut across, and we went up Lake Huron all the way to Mackinac City, where we crossed the Mack Bridge into the UP, and we've been here for the last 5 weeks. And we've just been going along the Lake Superior border. And if you saw my last video, we were in Munising and we took a Lake Superior boat tour, and we cruised on Lake Superior and saw Pictured Rocks, the national shoreline, and it was just so beautiful. It was so gorgeous. And we ended up leaving Munising and we came over to Marquette, Michigan. And that is the next bigger town as you're traveling through the UP, because there are not a lot of big towns in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So I've been on the road now for over 4 years, and I have strictly used the app iOverlander to find all of the spots that I stay. So even coming up here to the UP, all of the spots that I have found have been on iOverlander, except for one, and that was in the very beginning, but it was very close to the parking lot that I was staying in. Still on iOverlander. So I came over to Marquette because on iOverlander it showed that you could find anything that you need there. So the first thing that I wanted to do when I got into town was take a nice hot shower, and I was looking into the different options that they have available. They do have an Anytime Fitness, which was $10 for a day pass. There's also a YMCA, which was $15 for a day pass. Or they had a nice little campground here called Tourist Park, where you could go and pay $2 and you could use their shower facilities. And so that's what I did. We went to this cute little campground in town of Marquette, and we took a shower for $2, and it was wonderful. There was nobody else in there, but there was just a bathroom, like a typical campground bathroom, and it had 2 shower stalls in it. So that's what we did. We took a shower, and then we did our laundry, which I loved. The name of the place was called Loads of Fun. That's really cute. And so we did our laundry there. It was averagely priced, but what I really liked about it was that you could use your debit card and not just quarters. There was using quarters as an option, but I liked that I could use my card so I can save my quarters for future use. Even better was that it was placed right next door to a Big B Coffee. So you know that I had to go in there and get myself a nice little latte while we waited for our laundry to get done. After we finished our laundry, we went and got an oil change, and I was pleasantly surprised to see that there were multiple places in town that offered oil changes. We went to one of the ones where you just drive in, they change your oil, and then you're good to go. And so we ended up going to a park in town after that, and we watched the sunset and ate dinner and just hung out by Lake Superior, which was going to be my last time because we're going to be leaving in the morning. And we ended up going to Walmart in town to sleep, and we woke up in the morning and we headed out of Marquette, and it was our last day on Lake Superior before heading more inland. And the leaves changing is just absolutely stunning, but definitely a reminder that fall is here and it's going to be winter soon, and so we have to start making our trek to the south. And so we came over here to Sturgeon River. They have a campground. It is free. You just have to have a little Michigan State DNR pass, which we had gotten from the state park when we went to Tequamanon Falls. And so we're going to be staying here for a few days, just enjoying the fact that we found some place to actually camp for more than one night and hanging out here. And it is just absolutely beautiful. It is so gorgeous. I am so happy that we decided to come inland a little bit because the leaves are changing rapidly. And I feel like if I would have stayed by the coast, I might have missed it. This campground is so cute. It only has 8 sites, and I came here in the middle of the week and I snagged the last one. And it is the only one on this loop that is on the inside. And so the rest of the sites are on the outside of the loop. and they're all along the river, and so I'm one of the only ones that does not have some sort of river access, but that's okay. I'm excited that we got a spot and that we're secured here for a few days at least, so I can get my van ready to travel across the country and make our way back down to the south before winter hits, because I do not like driving in the snow. It's not so much the cold that I don't like, it's the snow. And so we want to make sure that we're over all of the mountainy areas before we get to where we're headed for the winter. So that is what we've been up to. And now we're here at Sturgeon River Campground, just hanging out. Just made some coffee. The sun is coming out, but there's a lot of trees, and so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do as far as my Jackery goes. I might have to just keep moving it with the sun over the next couple of days just to make sure that my fridge doesn't die, but that's what's up. We left Lake Superior. I'm pretty sad about it. I did not get to do everything that I wanted to in the UP, which I knew when we got there in the beginning of September that I was going to have to go through it pretty fast, and October came like that, and now it's time that we need to get out of here because it's already getting pretty cold. It's down to like 40 overnight, which is so nice in the van. I can actually sleep with blankets again, which is great. I love cuddling in my blankets, so you know, when it's like 60 degrees overnight, I don't really need a blanket. I usually use like a little sheet or something, or one of like the small blankets that I have, but it's nice that I get to like actually be comfortable in my bed under my blankets. But I got colder fast. I mean, I was in tank tops just like a few days ago, and now I'm like having to bundle up, and that's what it's looking like for the rest of the week. So it's time. It is time for us to leave, and I'm going to be sad that we're missing like almost the whole western half of the UP, but that's okay. We got to leave some things to come see when we come back, right? It is what it is. And so we're going to start making our way south. This is our first stop. It might be our last stop in Michigan as a whole, because we're actually not that far away from the Wisconsin border. And so we might just head over into Wisconsin, and I think my next like places of interest that I actually want to stop at and see are going to be in South Dakota. And so we're just probably going to fly through Wisconsin and Minnesota. Since I grew up in Illinois, I've seen a lot of Wisconsin and Minnesota. And so that's just kind of what our plan is a little bit for now. But we're going to be hanging out here at this campground at least for a few days. So happy that we have a spot to just kind of relax, get the van super organized, and just be in one spot for a bit. It's nice. Time sure does fly by, doesn't it? Oh, hey guys. It's been 4 days since we've pulled into this campground. My original plan once we got here was to do a little campground tour, maybe walk down to the river if we could find a way there, and then just kind of call it a day and be like, all right, see you next week when we leave Michigan. But I'm going to be really honest. I have not done much of anything the last 4 days, like at all. I've barely left my van. It's just been a really hard week. So yesterday was October 6th, which marks 6 months since my dad passed away. And whoever said that time heals all wounds, like, I think it's complete BS, if you ask me, because I feel like it's only gotten harder. Like, I can't even fathom that a half a year has gone by without him. I've tried recording this so many times without getting overly emotional, but it's really hard. And I'm sorry. I'm not big on, like, sharing feelings. But anyways, I think I'm leaving here tomorrow. Some Forest Service guy came by and told me that they're going to be having some sort of like ATV rally happening, and they're going to be closing this road, and so I need to get out of here before, like, in 2 days. So I think I'm going to leave tomorrow just to get out of their hair. But yeah, it's been a really hard week, and I kept saying, like, every day I've been here, like, oh, I'll just go and do the tour tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. And I just haven't done it. And so this video I know is going to be weird. Not a lot has been going on. I've just been kind of hiding out in my van and trying to do things that, like, bring my mood up a bit. Like, I've been reading a lot and drawing and writing my journal and just kind of doing things that bring my mood up a bit, because it's been a really really hard week. So I've lived in my minivan for over 4 years now, and I have traveled all around the US alone. And before I moved into my van, I was a camp host where I was on a mountain essentially alone, besides like the people that came and camped, right? And then before that, I was living in Oregon where I didn't know anybody. I had never met a person from Oregon before I moved there. Like, I had nobody there. And so I've just been, like, kind of used to being alone. But for some reason, since my dad has passed, I've just been feeling, like, alone. Which is weird for me because I actually prefer solitude most of the time. And my coping mechanism for when I am not feeling the best is to isolate. But for some reason, it has just been extra hard this year. And so I know that this video is going to be mostly just me talking, and I'm sorry for that. It's been a while since we've had like a sit down and chat. I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been around for the last 4 years, and you know, who comments and you say nice things, because it really does make me feel better. Like, it does really help with that feeling of being alone. And so I just thank you so much for everybody who's been so supportive, everybody who's joined my Patreon and joined YouTube memberships, even though I've like never mentioned it before. Like, it really does, it means so much to me. And I'm sorry, this is so emotional. I just feel like I can't stop crying. I've tried recording this so many times. But thank you. Seriously, thank you so much. And this is where I'm going to end this vlog. And maybe if I get to it before tomorrow, I can put some clips of me walking around this campground. But if not, just thank you so much for watching. I do really appreciate it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And next week we're going to be going to Wisconsin. So that's fun. So if you're new, definitely subscribe below. I'll also leave a link for my Patreon in the description box in case you're interested in checking that out and helping support my channel. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!